I would like to recognize our newly elected City Councilperson, Ms. Kenya Gibson, and who represents Gilpin. And I want to say congratulations to you on your election and everything. But is there any comments or things? I didn't even realize you were here, but would you like to share some things with us, please?
Sure. Thank you. I really am happy to be here. I decided to join as I knew you all would be discussing Gilpin a bit, which is in my neighborhood, and obviously a place with critical need. I really appreciate the thoughtfulness of the discussion that I heard, and really appreciated the questions Mr. Hardiman asked. Really smart questions that I think are crucial. I mean, the point about the property tax. I mean, I served on the school board before joining city council, and there were some late night meetings about that very property tax, and so that will definitely be important to resolve. Look, I do think it's important, just a little bit about me to share. I see RRHA as an ability to provide stability to people that are in need of it. And our city is stronger when we have systems that create stability. And so, I have a founded skepticism of vouchers. I'm just, straight up. I believe that public institutions create a space that private industry can't replace. As a public institution, we create stability. A private institution is motivated by the profits. And so those two, it would be lovely if those two things overlined, but they don't. And I believe that public institutions can work. And I mean, this is a moment in time where there's a lot of, we're seeing some scary things happen. And I think here in Richmond, we have to make sure that we are protecting the services that we provide. I mean, so I just want to put this out there. I served on the school board for 7 years. And when I was on the school board, I could not say that my goal was to get students out of public schools and into private schools, right? Like I would never say that, We know that we're not trying to get students in public universities out and into for-profit private universities, because that system's not doing them any favors, right? We're not talking about patrons of the public library and we're trying to get them into Barnes and Noble. We would never say the thing. It doesn't make any sense. And so I just think that in order to do right by the city, we have to protect these public institutions, and the public housing is a critical component to that. As a school district, we have seen a drop in student enrollment, and that impacts every single student when that happens, because it impacts the state funding that we received. I mean, there are about 2,000 fewer students in Richmond Public Schools than they were when I started my term at the beginning of LeVar Stoney's term. So there are real implications to housing decisions that are made here, and I appreciate again the thoughtfulness that you'll make in those decisions, and just ask that you continue to be guided by a commitment to providing that stability. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Gibson. I think that's one of the things that we're all charged around the table to do, and that's to make sure that we give opportunities to those people who don't get an opportunity to voice themselves, or don't get an opportunity to stand up in chances. And we want them to know that we're pulling for them. And Gilpin Court is a perfect opportunity for us to show what you're referring to, and we're going to keep looking at it and reviewing it until we get it right. And that's our goal, is to make sure we get that particular facility right and make sure that the people get an opportunity to move up. We want people to